Hey, welcome back, guys. 204 was an absolute doozy of an episode. Some major revelations were unveiled, and Zeke's battle for his public image, reputation, and future just got a whole lot worse. Thanks a lot, Jamel Hill. We also got some major bombshells in the form of Jabari Kelly's murder investigation, and the Heat just might find our series lead sooner rather than later. That is, if he isn't already concocting a plan to turn it on Kane first, something I'll be addressing in full in a video to come. I'm here to break it all down in typical top 10 WTF fashion. Before we begin, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and bell notification to immediately receive these videos. Also, big thank you to all of my channel donors. If you'd like to be the next one, drop $1 on that Cash App for us. And lastly, a spoiler alert is now in effect for all things power. Here we go. WTF moment number 10, gunpoint confession. The episode starts with Carrie waiting on Zeke in a dark, desolate forest, surely to game plan their next move and exchange information to each other's benefit. Instead of Zeke's presence, however, Carrie gets the surprise of her life in the form of a shattered window, courtesy of Monet. The Tejada matriarch forces several confessions from Professor Pretty at gunpoint, and the latter updates her on a few details regarding Jabari's murder investigation. Monet then commands Carrie to locate Jabari's real killer, 911, in order to keep her beloved nephew, quote-unquote, from harm. More on that emphasis later. WTF moment number 9. Wrong answer, nigga. Davis outlines his terms of service for Zeke's defense, including a hefty $1 million price tag. Upon checking the bar safe, she's stunned to find the money missing. Nene furiously confronts the contractor we previously witnessed making alterations to the bar post-shooting and demands her money's whereabouts at gunpoint with his head under her boot and his ear detached from that. The contractor, under the threat of death and further torture, denies any knowledge of the money's whereabouts, dooming him to a deadly fate. Tough break, nigga. WTF moment number 8, Lauren Valdez. Turns out, those drugs that Big Bang Bisha and the journalist chick dropped on Lauren came back to bite her. Stansfield is swept for narcotics following Carrie's convenient misdirection under fire. That sweep ended with Lauren being questioned by Kamal for information regarding the plug. After some much-needed insight by Carrie upon his failed attempts, she's able to coerce Lauren into not only getting information from her friends, but wearing a wire to do so. Not an old-school wire, though. This isn't Donnie Brasco in the boot shit. Lauren's wire came in the form of a new wristwatch, something that Tariq casually noticed later and could spell the end of his criminal career if it picks up the right thing while in the presence of the wrong person. This is a wild state of affairs because Tariq's dorm conversations and happenings are some of the most incriminating. Lauren may not be the feds, but her involvement with the police officially places her in Angela territory. Now ain't that a bitch? WTF moment number 7. New Edition getaway. Braden accompanies Kane on a street run for Mecca, who previously instructed his understudy to dispose of a former drug rival and come away with the spoils. Kane makes the run with Braden in place of Tariq and goes to work. While waiting on his return, Braden is questioned by a random op and hilariously drops every New Edition member's name in hopes of evading violence. The press job would be cut short, however, as Kane storms out of the compound, guns blazing, and Braden speeds off with just enough time to escape death's undefeated hourglass. The thrill of the game has a major chokehold on the privileged criminal, and he'll be forever changed after this season, assuming he makes it out. You never know around this bit. WTF moment number 6, paparazzi punch. Zeke is harassed by a rogue journalist from a major sports network regarding Jabari's murder investigation. The journalist asks several questions, including one pertaining to the Tejada patriarch, Lorenzo. That latter inquiry sets off Drew, and he responds with a vicious fade that sets off the pain briefly in his gunshot arm. Drew is only hauled in once restrained by Zeke. WTF moment number 5, jewelry heist. For their second act, Braden and Kane rob a jewelry store in hopes for the latter to provide compensation towards Zeke's lawyer. Braden finesses his way into the store. Then, Kane pops in, quickly smashing the glass and collecting the ice. Braden then attempts to shoot the clerk upon noticing him reaching for a gun, only to find his weapon jammed. A smart maneuver by Kane because the last thing they need is another dead body. WTF moment number 4, interview with a damn liar. Zeke is urged to conduct an interview with the same network affiliated with the journalist Drew assaulted. Zeke is thoroughly coached for the nerve-wracking affair, even gaining early access to the interview questions courtesy of Davis. Once the lights are on and the tape starts rolling, the exchange starts as planned. However, things change when Jamel Hill changes the structure of the latter questions, asking Zeke directly about Officer Ramirez, his gun, and their previous relationship. Zeke denies any involvement with Ramirez and eventually folds under the pressure once questioned about the PBA car fiasco and Ramirez's attendance, or lack thereof, to Zeke's games. Zeke furiously leaves the interview, calling bullshit repeatedly. WTF moment number 3, custody battle. Estelle confronts Tariq at school after receiving a court summons for custody of Yaz. A disheveled wreck upon meeting him this way, Tariq makes it clear that she needs help and offers to pay for her rehabilitation. However, Estelle invokes Raina's name and holds her grandson accountable for the fragmented state of the St. Patrick bloodline. She then assures him that they'll meet in court and she'll die first before allowing Yasmin to go down Reek's doomed path. This is more critical than it looks because Big Mama knows where all the bodies are buried, so to speak. She's seen much in terms of Tariq's criminal leanings, and if they indeed do go to court, it's going to get uglier for our series lead at the worst possible time. WTF moment number 2, Dante Cross. Davis contacts Monet and thanks her for being so expedient with this hefty legal fee. Monet then pays Mecca a visit, and not only does it turn out that he fronted the bill, but his reasoning behind it was to protect him and Monet's son. That's right, Zeke Cross is the offspring of Mecca and Monet. So much for the Mecca-Kane theories. After dropping that reveal, Monet attempts to explain, but to no avail. Mecca assures his trap queen-to-be that he'll be taking the lead from here on out, and entices her further into his grasp. It's about to get messy, y'all. And WTF moment number 1, frame job. Kane takes Brayden on one final excursion to dig up Ramirez's body. Once back at the dorms, Brayden's health takes a hit as a result of the traumatic experience. While away from his privileged protege, Kane takes it upon himself to drop Ramirez's badge into Tariq's desk drawer, officially clearing himself of the crime after dusting it and everything else he touched in the room off for prints. This places our series lead in arguably the most danger we've ever seen him in, as now there's solid evidence linking him to a heinous crime. How's our boy gonna get out of this one? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Some lingering thoughts before we end today's video. I wonder if Zeke was ever texting Carrie in the forest at all. I mean, the way Monet just popped up out of nowhere, she's either Monet the Butcher or she was catfishing our professor from Zeke's line. Y'all tell me what y'all think on that. Drew telling Everett that he could ask one question about his family is a direct reference to The Godfather Part 1. In that film, Michael told Kay that she had one chance to ask him about his business after repeatedly denying her, which she did, and he subsequently lied to her to ease her conscience. This was purposely done by the writers because Drew has been paralleled to Michael Corleone by Courtney Kemp, and is on a similar journey to the state of ruthlessness the legendary character occupied, something I discussed in full in this video, in case y'all missed it. This Saxon-McLean alliance, as fun as it's been to watch, isn't built to last. With all of Saxon's illicit legal practices in the past, one thing is certain, he's always been a lawman by blood. The moral aspect of his profession doesn't coalesce with McLean's in the slightest, and that conflict may come to a head sooner rather than later. Councilman Tate may have just found a way to exalt his political presence, even without Sweeney. Nothing feels a candidate like a good story, an inspirational narrative that garners widespread acclaim and irrefutable support as a result. The scandal at Stansfield may be Tate's golden ticket to the White House, and a lot more. The influential one is on the move, y'all. While we're on the Tates, placing Kamal on Whitman's investigation as detective inspector was a brilliant chess move by Stern, and one that could potentially pay dividends for his ambitious political brother, assuming he plays ball. What was Kane thinking about trying to initially get Tariq for that getaway driver gig? He don't know that boy ain't got no car? I mean, it's as if Reek's GoFundMe just doesn't exist at all. We gotta turn that up. Mecca enlisting Kane to discard his enemies for the same money he was willing to put up for Zeke himself is manipulation 101. It's a true hallmark of his character as we've learned him so far. And whatever else he has up his sleeve, one thing is for certain. I'm officially rooting for him. Kane dropping that badge on Tariq completely nuked my upcoming frame theory video on the reversal happening. Honestly, I still can see an outcome where Tariq gets Kane out of the paint, especially with Monet's callous demeanor towards him and Tariq's own back against the wall predicament. The hoodie's on next week, which means the Savage is out. Y'all let me know if you still want to see that video with a thumbs up in the comments, and I'll drop it ASAP. And that'll do it for this one. What were your thoughts on getting these ends? Be sure to drop me your opinions in the comments below. As always, I thank you for watching today's video. If you liked today's video, go ahead and drop $1 on that Cash App for us, hit the like button, share it with your friends who are Power fans, and subscribe for more content such as this. This is Rudy P. Magic of Rudy P. Magic Beats, and have a blessed one until the next one. Peace, y'all.